Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike with Alpha Reptiles, and I'm back with another video for you today. Today is going to be a little bit of a weird one. This is going to be kind of like a mid-February update, simply because I haven't done a Reptile Room tour, and that is because I was trying to get the one where I hold them all. Unfortunately, it's taking a lot longer to film than I expected. You can expect a full handling, kind of show you all my animals video in March. That's where I'll go around and kind of handle everybody and give some general care information about them, so I hope you guys are stoked for that. In the meantime, you'll have to do with this setup that we got going on here. I'm holding my DSLR in one hand, and we're going to go running and gunning. If you guys are seeing this before February 23rd, then I want to make sure that you click the link in the top right-hand corner of your screen. That will bring you to the giveaway that I'm doing with Pisces Pet Emporium. They actually sponsored a tank that you'll see later in the video, and it's North America only, unfortunately, so if you're in the Canada or US, you are eligible. Make sure you go click that video and enter the giveaway so you can win a nice reptile package. There will be 3 winners, so your chances only go up as you enter more. Hope you guys go check it out. Again, links in the description. So as you can see here, we have the Phelsuma laticata. These are the gold dust day geckos. They are quite common, I know, in the pet trade, but I have a group of 4 of them in here, and they're actually doing really, really well. You can see one back there, and another one at the very back right there as well. So they are doing really, really well. It is time that I separate them. However, I am not going to separate them until I set up one of these 18 by 18 by 24 exoterras down there for them, because that will just make my life a lot easier, and then I can just take the 2 out that need to come out and put them in here, and then I can just sell the other 2. So that's what I'm doing with that. They're still in the 12 by 12 by 18. There's really isn't all that much aggression, even around food time, which is pretty cool. This is Sheldon right here. He is a Herman's tortoise, Testudo hermani. And as you can see, he's just chomping down on his leaf lettuce. He's doing really, really well. I'm not actually going to weigh him in this video because it's a bit of a pain in the butt with my big DSLR. But my other camera was dead, so this is the only chance that I have. But you guys can see he is doing really, really well. Chowing down. Such a cool guy. Really, really awesome species. As you can see, he has a nice, long, planted pen, I guess. There is a couple different ponytail, well, there's a ponytail palm here, and then there is a parlor palm here, both of which are safe for him to eat, although he likely won't eat the ponytail. He's just kind of pushing it over, so that's kind of nice. I have a rock over here in this corner because it makes my life easy. He kind of trims his beak on it, so that's nice. He'll walk over it and bite it if need be, but he did make his way over here, and he's wanting some human flesh, of course. But he's got UVB there. The UVB from his mercury vapor bulb's probably gone. It's been quite a while since I've replaced that. Right now it's just acting as a heat light, so that is a-okay. I think this month I might actually end up making a plant tour, because as you can see, the plants are actually doing really, really, really well. So I might have to do that. Unfortunately, Tig, as per usual, is not actually out right now. She's just kind of hiding, but you can see her tank there. It's actually really starting to grow in nicely. Those snake plants at the back are really taking off. As you can see, they do get quite tall. They're all the way up to touch the lights. This African mask plant seems like it's actually growing another tuber down there. Not that you guys can see that, but there is another new growth coming out from there. And then the Ficus elastica in the back, I just planted, so I really don't expect to start growing for a little bit. But this is a bioactive tank, just because it has a bunch of different springtails and isopods in there. I know that because they'll actually go and eat her food, which I just put new stuff in. Next up is Bane here. Bane is doing really, really well. I measured him last night, and he is about like 10.5 to 11 inches long. He was actually on his front panel right here. Leave a picture in there right now, you guys can see. He was being a derp on his front panel, and I decided to put a measuring tape to him, and he is about 11 inches. So he's getting pretty huge, obviously way too big for the tank that he's in right now, which is why I have his new tank set up and ready to go. You guys can see right here, it's 24 by 24 by 18 front to back, and I'm really excited to move him. Honestly, the reason why I haven't moved him yet is because I want to film a video, and the last couple days I've been filming so much that I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I know you guys want to see me hold and interact with Bane, so that should be an interesting video for you guys to watch. I really don't want to get bitten by him, but that might be what ends up happening. As you guys can see, obviously I need another light up front here just because that is not nearly enough light for him, well, for me to view him. But there is UVB in there. That's the bulb that you see right now is actually UVB. A couple live plants in there. I know they're notorious for killing live plants, but I gotta make it a bioactive vivarium somehow, and that is how it's gonna happen. So I already added some isopods, and I just need to throw on some leaf litter when I actually get on to moving him in here. This is what I just set up yesterday. Video will be coming in soon. I'm pretty stoked to have this. You guys can see here that I actually finally got Sky's new tank for this room here. I'm super excited, and as you can see, it really comes together as a nice whole unit. So rather than looking at it from afar, why don't we go check it out? In the bottom cage, it is 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. We have Bowser, as you guys already know. He's the Varanus acantharis, the red Ackie monitor. He is just under his log over there. As you guys can see his butt. He's doing pretty well. I am soaking him pretty much daily because it does seem like he might be getting a little bit of gout in his joints, or maybe just some inflammation. I'm really not sure. It got bad when Stella's got bad, and then it just stopped. So I don't know if I rectified the problem by putting him in this new tank or what the situation is, but I'm going to be redoing his setup eventually. I need to get a whole bunch of slate, and that way he can have a bunch of slate as well as cork bark, rather than just cork bark and then a big plastic bin off to the side. Moving up from Bowser's tank, we have Sky, the Maruti blue-tongue skink. You can see his tank here. He is an Indonesian species of blue-tongue skink, so he does like it a little bit more humid, and unfortunately in my last setup that was not the case. However, as you can see in this one, the humidity is quite high, and the temperature, we're looking at 87 degrees. So that's on his basking spot, and then the ambience about 80 degrees. So I think he's really enjoying it. Yeah, you guys can see him back there. He's doing really well. I think he really enjoys this cage, but unfortunately, this thing, I legit cannot close it. The last two reptiles that I have are both Striker and then Dixon, the Europlatus gecko. Neither of them are out right now. I tried to trick them so that they would come out and turn off their lights and then turn off the light in my room. Unfortunately, that did not work. With that being said, we can move on to the dart frogs in the room. So as you can see up here, we have my Dendrobates azurius tinctorius. That's a nice shot of one of them up top there. These guys are doing really well. I just fed them, so they're probably just munching down there. I should have 5 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. And they are all currently in a 12 by 12 by 12 Exoterra with just a light on top and some plants. They are doing really well, and I cannot wait to upgrade them into one of these bad boys right here. An 18 by 18 by 18 Exoterra fully planted vivarium. As you can see, it is quite humid in here right now. You can just see how incredible it is. This tank actually turned out way better than I expected. I honestly did not think that it would look really this nice when I set it up, but it really turned out nice. That log, maybe, I don't know, whenever I set up this tank, I can't really remember, was a totally bare log, and now it's covered in Ficus pumila quercifolia And then there's the strawberry begonia, and it is just doing so well. There are actually frogs in here, believe it or not. Look at them, there they are. The Dendrobates auratus, turquoise and bronze. You can see that one's a very magnificent blue color. And then the one right behind it is much more green. That is one of the males. The female under that leaf there is, well, the female. And here we have the Ufaga pumilio almirante. As you guys can see, this one's just hiding in that stump. And it's being really, really annoying to film it. And all the other ones, I actually have 5 in this tank. Believe it or not though, nobody's out. It's really weird to me. Typically there's at least 1 or 2 out, like the male or something, but nobody's out right now. These guys, I remember, if you've been watching me for a little while, you probably remember me saying that these guys would be getting a new enclosure. Unfortunately, I had to put my Ufaga pumilio Rio Colubre in that tank, and I actually ended up selling those guys because I will be getting a bunch of new stuff in March, and then more in April or the very, very, very end of May. You have to give a little to get a lot, unfortunately. The last up on the list is my little bumblebee dart frog, my Dendrobates leucomelos. I have a feeling that he is probably hiding because he's only a single individual, and really does not love being out in front of everybody all that often. But you guys can just see his tank here, 12 by 12 by 18 for an individual. There are quite a few different plants in here. There's an orchid, another orchid, and I really wish I could see him, but he was just out chowing down fruit flies. I think he must have just dipped out at the last second here when I decided to come over and film him. That's gonna wrap it up from me in the den here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this bit of a different style video. It was with my Canon DSLR, so it's a real pain to lug around and film this style with, but I think I kind of pieced it together well enough. I realized that the other one, the full handling of everything, was not going to happen this month, so I decided to pump this one out for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now with that being said, if you liked the video, please drop a like down below. It helps me a ton. Share it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter. That would be much appreciated. If you're interested in entering the giveaway that I mentioned earlier, please click the link in the description. That'll take you to the video, and you guys can win yourself one of 3 reptile supply prizes. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that about this video, make sure you leave it in the comment section. And if you are interested in reptile, amphibian, and now fish videos, definitely click that subscribe button and play Ding Dong Dish with a doorbell next to it. That way you guys get notified every time I post a video, and you will not miss one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.